Hey, welcome. We are so excited that you're here. I'm super stoked to build apps with you. I can barely wait to get started. We're going to be doing some pretty cool stuff throughout the course. So first, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Jenna. I grew up in southern Utah. I went to college in Provo to Brigham Young University. I really like that. And then since then, I've been living in Las Vegas and California and Texas mostly. Right now, I am in Las Vegas, and I know that I'm not tan. My friends keep pointing this out to me. It's hopeless. I know that I'll never be tan. I've accepted this. It's fine. Okay, so I wanted to also talk about just a little bit of a story of how I got into programming. So while I was in college, I started a company and I loved it. Like, it was so exciting. I loved brainstorming business ideas. It was an awesome experience. But after starting the company and I got it going and it was, doing pretty well, I had the experience of it's a ton of work to run companies. And one of the hardest parts is finding employees who are really good, because I'm like, I can't do everything. Like, I need to hire people to help me, and it's so hard. Like, people seem competent, but it's really hard to tell who's good and who's not. And I was talking to my friend Ethan about this, and he's an entrepreneur too, so he totally saw where I was coming from, and he's like, it is a ton of work to run all these companies, and even if you hire other people, like, you're managing all these people. One thing, if you like actualizing your ideas and creating things that you can do besides starting companies, is building apps. And I was like, I don't know. But he introduced me to it, and I loved it. Like, I'd taken logic classes before and studied for the LSAT and stuff. And so I kind of already had like a logic base, and so programming just like kind of clicked for me, made a lot of sense. And people are always like, programming, isn't that boring? Like, don't you hate that? And I always tell them, that feeling you get in math where you solve something and it's so satisfying and it just feels really good. Programming's like that, except it doesn't feel pointless. Like, you feel really satisfied and good when you solve a problem, and you're creating this fun, cool thing on top of it. So it's like all the satisfaction of math plus this whole creative element. Like, I think programming is so fun, and I hope you like it as much as I do. And then the other thing that I really like about programming as compared to running companies is, like, apps are basically like creating employees, but because they're making money for you, but they're exactly as good as you make them. So you don't have to worry about your app like quitting out of the blue or failing on you for no reason. Like, your app will be exactly as good and exactly as successful as you make it, so you have complete control. With that being said, I am really excited to go through this course with you and with Rick, and we'd love to hear from you. Like, I'd love to hear what you're building, your success stories. Feel free to find me on social media, or just comment and tell us what you're building. Tell us how things are going. We'd love to stay in contact with you. So with all that being said, I will turn the floor over to Rick, and he'll give you a little introduction about himself as well.